Recording. Gonna cut some bait. Get some lines out. Icon was on this one. Morning, everybody. All right, dude. So I still got coffee brewing, so I'm gonna go into the cabin and get some coffee. Keep an eye on the pulse for me. Ooh. All right. Any bites? Cody, good to see you. All right. I gotta fix my coffee now. I moved the spot. Turn this guy around. There we go. There we are. Morning, guys. Yeah, it's quite foggy. Quite foggy. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever dropped them. Appreciate it. I've got a Nightcrawler line, this first one out, and 2 anchovy lines. Do something here. Good morning. Morning, Pops. Oh, let's see here. There we go. We're doing good. Some big fish jumping earlier this morning. Slapping the water. I don't know exactly what they were. Probably striper, I suppose. Maybe carp. There are very big fish out here. I am at, let's see, Tower Park Marina area, which is by Lodi, nearby Lodi. Nice. Well, hopefully you do good, bud. Send me some pics if you do. Grizzly Bay, yeah. Getting close to the bay there, the actual bay. I guess that's still considered the Delta and not like the San Francisco Bay. I'm hopeful we will get a fish today. I fished a little last night before dark, or not before dark, after dark. When I got here, it was between about 7 and 10. I quit about 10 o'clock. And I did catch one, but it was just a little tiny squawfish. So I just tossed him back. I mean, who wants a squawfish? Yes, there is fog. The camera's blurry, huh? That's unfortunate. Can you chum? Well, we're still like part of the river system, so I don't believe you legally can. So I'm not going to do that on film or on a live stream. But yeah, we're fishing for striped bass and catfish, possibly. I've got anchovy and night crawlers out. Enjoying a cup of coffee. Yeah, well, you're not who I'm worried about. Anybody watching, please drop me a thumbs up. Let's get some more people on the stream. Gonna get us some striped bass out here. I'm confident we're gonna get something today. Man, the fog is thick. I think the sun is up in about 5-10 minutes. I don't think it's condensation. I think it's just I just wiped it off. I don't think it's condensation. I just think, I don't know, it should be coming in clear. I hope it comes in all right. Yeah, just hoping we get some fish. Yeah, I think the sun will be up in about another 10 minutes or so, maybe less. Probably burn off some of this fog relatively quickly. It's not raining here. There's just like a heavy dew coming down. And so like the water is dripping off of the roof that we're under here. Kind of a trip. The water's coming in right now. The tide's coming in. So that's usually a good sign. Once the tide's in all the way, that's when the fish bite pretty good. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. The more people we can get on the stream, the better. The more thumbs up we get, the more people we get on the stream. Whoa. You guys hear that? Gunfire? Somebody must be hunting some ducks out there. Heard about 6 shots, sounded like a shotgun. Wouldn't doubt it. There's a lot of open land out here. And in the last stream I did from here, you could see there was like thousands and thousands of geese and other birds flying in the field directly out in front of me. So I'd imagine there's some pretty good hunting land out here. Yeah. Real nice morning, though. It's beautiful out here. Real peaceful. Other than the gunfire, but that actually doesn't bother me at all. Come on, Mr. Fish. Got to get one. I feel like we're going to get one. I have a fishy sense about this. You know what I mean? You ever just feel like you're going to get a bite? Like, it just looks right, feels right. I have that sense right now. Tide's coming in, so the bite's should be getting pretty good here. It's already, I'd say, over halfway in. Come in another foot or so. I think you can see the debris. I think you can see the debris out there floating along. That debris out there lets me know that the water's coming in this way. And then when it stops coming in, that will be like a slack tide. And then the water will go back out slowly. The system says I lost everybody, so hopefully I didn't lose everybody. Need a drink of my coffee over here. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Sometimes it just says nobody's here when I know there's still a few people there. I know what you mean. We all misspell sometimes when we're on live streams and stuff, trying to get your message out quick. Everything good on the farm today out there? Chickens and dogs all right? Go ahead and let them dogs out when you get a chance. Yeah, no fish yet. Awesome. What's up, Cody? We haven't got no fish yet, man, but still trying. Tide's coming in, so there's a good chance we're going to get some fish here. You're back. Yes, you are, bud. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever just dropped that. I appreciate it. More thumbs up we get, the more people we can get on the stream. Really, really does help out the channel. There's my coffee. Enjoying some coffee out here in the fog. Very, very nice. Got my 3 lines out. Well, thank you, Cody. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Got to get some fish here for this stream. There's plenty of fish out here. This is the spot, you know? Something's going to happen. I'm confident of it. Oh, that coffee's good this morning. Hot coffee on a cold morning. Nothing beats it, man. Nothing beats it. This fog is epic, huh? Oh. Yeah. I don't hear any seals here this time. Last week when I was here, I could hear seals barking and making a bunch of noise most of the night. They're pretty much all gone this time, and I don't see them swimming up and down the channel either. So hopefully the seals moved on. Or I don't think they were seals. I think they were sea lions. They're making so much damn noise. But yeah. Yeah, hopefully we get something. We stopped by Old Town Sacramento on the way out here last night. That was something else, you know. Hey, thanks for the hearts and happy faces and everything else. Yeah, we stopped by Old Town Sacramento on the way up here last night. That was cool. We got on the old boardwalk and those old Victorian buildings. It's pretty cool section of town. A lot of candy shops. Cook some pretty decent food out by the railroads. Almost made me want to fish right there on the river. There's a spot to fish there at Sacramento. I've never fished right there at the boardwalk down like Old Town Sacramento, but I'd imagine there would be a place you could. I have to like spend a little time looking for a spot to fish down there. see what I can come up with. Because it's a pretty cool place. Come on, Mr. Fish. Yeah, I would think the fish are going to be coming in with this tide. So something should be coming in with them. If you just joined the stream, we're on the Delta, California Delta. We got anchovy and night crawlers, and we're fishing for striped bass. So yeah, thank you for joining. Drop a thumbs up if you feel inclined. Possibly subscribe. Still trying to build this channel up. Yeah. We're kind of out by Lodi, Tower Park area. A lot of people had asked, why don't I stream from out on the water somewhere? I would like to, but there's not good enough service out here. So I do live streams from here where there's Wi-Fi, and I can do a live stream. I can make videos of, us fishing other places. You've been waiting all day for this stream? Well, awesome, Cody. You're like my super fan. Thank you so much, man. It's 1 a.m. Damn, where are you at, man? You have to remind me. Yeah, I can make videos from out on the water, but I can't live stream out there. It's just not something that will work out very well. Maybe if I found a spot close to a tower, and I wanted to use up all my mobile data, but for me to do this like a week, what's the word? In a reasonable manner, and for as long as I'd like. I love it too, Pops. And for everybody else that's out there, thank you for joining me. Yeah, for me to do this in a reasonable manner where I can just continue to do it for as long as I'd like, I have to do it nearby the Wi-Fi here. So yeah, this is just, something we do. And there's a lot of fish right here. We've caught 36-inch, 37-inch striped bass here, bundles of catfish, tons of panfish, good amount of largemouth bass. So, don't underestimate it. The docks hold a lot of fish, man. My eyes playing tricks on me. I thought I got a bite for a second. Yeah, we got to get a fish. I think we're going to get a fish. I feel it. I feel him coming. Kicking back out on the water. Oh, it's still hot. I got this thermos. It stays good and hot in here. But goodness, did it get cold out here last night? It was like 33 degrees, 34 degrees or something. I mean, I got a heater in the cabin, so it's not bad. We're nice and cozy in there, but chilly. Hopefully it didn't get the fish too cold and they decided to go on strike or something. But I don't think so. I think, usually these fish actually enjoy the cold water. So I don't think the cold air has much to do with how the fish are. Thanks for joining, whoever's out there. Drop a thumbs up if you feel inclined. We're fishing on the California Delta for striped bass, catfish, panfish, and consider subscribing if you enjoy this kind of content. I do a lot of it, whether we're out here on the Delta fishing for striped bass, or if I'm out on the mountain lakes doing some trout fishing. Join me on the fishing trips. Right now we've got anchovy and night crawlers out. Both good baits for striped bass and catfish. Our coffee's good. Here comes the sun. I can see it coming now. Starting to cut through some of this fog. Man, that fog is thick, though. It might take a while, huh? I can't even really see across the channel. Just barely. See an outline of it. Ooh, I forgot to bring my net over here. The NT. The NT. I don't know where the NT is, man. Oh, wait. The Nethers? Oh, that might be what it is. There wasn't quite enough sunlight out here to get a good picture. No, I live in California, the United States. West coast of the United States. Oh, I hear the birds starting to wake up now. They're starting to fly around a little. I can't see any of them, unfortunately, because we got so much fog. But I can hear them. All right, Cody. Hey, thanks for joining me, man. I look forward to seeing you on the channel again sometime. Yeah, I got single hooks out here. I get less snags. And over the years, you know, I feel like single hooks have a better chance of penetrating deeper. You get a better hookup when you set the hook with a good sharp single hook. It also seems like it's easier for the fish to swallow it. That said, I've caught plenty of fish with treble hooks, like on lures and stuff. So that might just be my own interpretation. When I cast out towards the middle of the channel, it's probably about 15 feet deep. It's not very deep out here, but that doesn't mean there's not a lot of fish. And then right here, we're about 10 feet deep. So not a real deep channel, but there's still a lot of fish here. Welcome, anybody that just joined. We're out in the California Delta fishing for striped bass, catfish. Looks like sun is starting to cut through some of that fog now. I think that's like the best angle right there. Got three rods in the picture, so kind of what I'm going for. I was kind of hoping I get into some crappie. I need to bring some live minnows. Those work really good for crappie. You know, especially around these docks. Crappie like to live around structure, so you know, if I could get into some crappie, that'd be an interesting thing. I mean, the goal is striped bass, right? But crappie are a fun fish to target and catch. So, and they're very good eating. So if I could get into some crappie, that would be awesome. And I do have light gear for it, but I need to get some fresh minnows, some good live minnows. I'm not really aware of a location where I could go get some good live minnows. Well, maybe over in Rio Vista. I'm not far from Rio Vista. Rio Vista has some good bait shops. I would imagine I could probably get some live minnows over there from those guys. You know, you go out to Clear Lake with them live minnows, man. You clean up on them crappie. But here on the Delta, I would imagine I could do all right. You know, I know I ran into a few guys last time I was out here that were targeting crappie. So I know that they're in here. I could hear the birds taking flight now. Good morning. If you're just joining me, we're fishing for striped bass, crappie, panfish out here on the California Delta. Man, you hear them birds? They're getting riled up now. Yeah, let them birds run around. They're probably getting crazy too, because the birds out here are getting crazy. I might reset some of these lines. They're not getting any bites yet, so see what happens. Sometimes it helps to just reset them, you know? Put them in a different spot. Check these guys out. Look at the boat coming out of the fog. That's epic, huh? Yeah. Uh-oh. Little Finch is back. These little finches, these little birds, during the time of the year when it warms up out here, there'll be like thousands of them that nest right on this beam right next to my boat. I got to spend like a half an hour a day washing off, their waste. Pain in the butt. But they are a beautiful little bird, so it doesn't bother me that much, I can put up with it. All right, I can reset a hook. Gonna have to wait a second here. Can do one of them. All right, we're gonna reset these hooks. Get my sea legs under me. Well, that bait is still fine, so I'm gonna reuse the bait. I'm just going to recast it. Check this one too. Put this one over here. So you get a different buckle with that, right? Yeah, sometimes cast it around with the fish. Right there. Had a few fish come from right over there. That's perfect. Let me move it closer. Let's see. I got a rubber worm on another rod I could toss out too. Yeah, it must have just been that we were lacking enough light to have a clearer picture earlier, because it was still fairly dark out. Now the sun's up, it's just kind of hidden behind that fog. So hopefully, we'll have that clear picture to land a fish. Oh, I need to get my net out from behind here. Set the net over here by where the fish are going to be. You never want your net too far away from where you're going to be catching a fish, right? You get too far away from where you're going to catch the fish, and what happens? Can't get the fish in the boat. Too busy trying to get your net. Yeah, with the tide's coming in still, so that means that the water's coming in. More fish should be coming in with it. I mean, we got 3 lines out, 2 anchovy, 1 night crawler. Like, we got to hook up a fish here. The odds are in our favor at this point. No, I wish those were little fish touching the top of the water. That's actually water dripping off of the canopy. So, yeah. Sometimes there will be like a smelt or baby shad in the river here in the channel, and there'll be tens of thousands of them just all up and down the river channel or the delta channel. It's not really a river at this point. It's highly influenced by the coastal tides here, but I guess it's still considered brackish, you know. We got seabirds in the area, and seabirds and otters, raccoons. Last night I could hear coyotes. The funny thing about the coyotes is you could hear, there must be 2 families of them, because you could hear a group on one side of the river channel making a bunch of noise, then a group on the other side of the channel making a bunch of noise. And it was like they were like letting each other know, hey, you know, we're over here. The other group was like barking back at them, no, hey, we're over here, you know. It's kind of interesting. Come on, Mr. Fish. I'm going to have to get a fish here pretty soon. I've been doing this for about an hour. The fish have got to show up, right? Welcome to the stream. If you just joined us, we're fishing for striped bass, panfish, catfish out here on the California Delta. We've got anchovy and night crawlers out, and we're out here by Lodi. The tide is coming in, so the fish should be biting soon. That's usually how it plays out. Yeah, I guess the fish are getting up kind of late. I don't know. I wish I could show you the birds. I wish I could see the birds. I know there's a lot of them out here. Oh, this one's acting a little funny right now. Maybe not a fish, but she was tightening up. Come on. And can't tell. It's going to have to wait. Three lines out, right? Sounds like a title to a book or a movie. 3 lines out. Yeah, so I scheduled the live stream last night before I went to bed. And I actually had 3-4 people waiting for it to start when I got up, which is cool because, I've only started doing live streams recently, and I hadn't had anybody waiting for my live streams to start yet. So I just want to say thank you to if any of those people are still with us. And if you're just joining, thank you for joining and being with me here. Trying to catch some fish on the Delta. Always a fun thing to do. The tide is coming in right now. So we're hoping some fish come in with it, right? We've got a couple of lines with anchovy out. One line with a night crawler. And I'm hoping for a bite. We're going to get one sooner or later here, right? Man, the fog is just thick again. Like the sun was burning through it. I could see the sun getting ready to come up over there. But not now. The fog just pushed back in and blocked the sun out completely. I could see a little bit of the sky for a while. No sky now. No sky. Now I'm going to set up the camera on the stand over here. Yeah, that's good. Got my hands free. Let's stand over here. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. I might check this line. Funny thing about these fish, sometimes I just take it right off the bottom here. Just kind of jig it a little. And you hook some panfish doing this. And like nothing else is biting, so we'll see. Maybe I can hook a panfish doing this. Like a crappie or a little sunfish. You never know. Gotta always try different tactics, If you don't try different tactics, it's stale on you. It seems like when the anchovy's not working, the night crawlers will work. You know, just got to try different things. Give it a little bit of time right here. Just and then if it doesn't, if they don't hit with you jigging it, just try just holding it steady for a little while. Keep it off the bottom. See what happens. No hits on that like that. You can toss it out like in the stream here in a minute and see if anything hits it out there. We're fishing on the Delta out by Lodi. We got 2 anchovy lines out, a nightcrawler line here. The tide's coming in, so I think as it comes in, we have a better chance. Just getting a fish. I'm gonna set this one here. That's in a good spot out there. Where's my coffee? Oh, there it is. All right. Maybe we'll get some fish out there. Hey, buddy. You back? Thanks for being with me, man. We're out here on the Delta trying to catch some striper, catfish, crappie. Never know what, I feel like I need a stand right here that I can put the phone on or the camera on. And then I could kind of walk around in front of it and talk with you. Yeah, geez, we've been going for an hour already. No fish yet. It's kind of surprising to me, to be honest. I think the fishing pole in the middle with a night crawler is going to get a fish. That's what I think is going to happen. Last time I was here, we hooked 2 on the little rod with night crawlers on it out in the middle out there like that. But unfortunately, I wasn't live streaming when that happened. But I did make some shorts and was able to show the fish to everybody on my shorts. Yeah, the fish are getting up late, but I'm not quitting. We're gonna be here for them when they're up. Ooh. Waiting for the fish to bite. I don't know what it is. You know, it's one of them things that are just hot dog or bacon pieces, huh? Well, I'll think about it. I don't know what it is. Fishing. It's one of them things where it's like just makes you feel good. Some kind of primal urge is satisfied somehow. You know, at least for me, that's how I feel when I'm out fishing. And I don't know, maybe somehow I can allow some of you out there that are unable to get out and find the time to do this yourselves to come along with me and enjoy the water and the serenity that you get by being at the water, that I get by being at the water. That is some good advice. I'll think about trying some hot dogs or bacon pieces. There's a goose out there, or a duck cruising by. See that little dude? That's the first bird I've seen this morning out here. It's kind of funny because usually there's like 1,000 of them. And you master patience, you master fishing. It's part of the deal. Can't be a good fisherman if you don't have a lot of patience. It's just how it goes. I might try something. Try a different camera angle. I might say that's no good. Yeah, that was no good. That was no good. All you could see was ceiling. Seems like the best angle with me not holding it is up above here. Yeah. Got a shot of my oil container there for a second. welcome. I got a couple new people on the stream. This stuff that way. You guys can see the rods there. We're fishing for striped bass and catfish. I've got 2 anchovy lines and a nightcrawler line out. Drop me a thumbs up if you want. Really help out with the stream. Get some more people on here. Yeah, the fog just came in super thick again. It was clearing up to where I could see the sun come in, and I thought it was going to burn off some of the fog and we'd have some sunshine here, but nope. Now it's thicker than it was, it seems like. We are to remain covered in fog. Still very much overcast. I think that was my foot. You saw the pole jiggle there. Because the line didn't go tight. Ooh, it is seriously thick fog. We're getting like pea soup fog out here now. Like, seriously thick fog. Pretty chilly too. It's not warming up at all. I would have thought it would have warmed up by now. But this fog is just like a blanket of cold, you know? Kind of wraps itself around you. That's all right though, because I got a nice warm jacket. Hey, if you're here with us and you haven't dropped a thumbs up yet, please do so. Really helps out with the channel. Helps get some more people on here with us. Been trying to build the channel up for a long time, and you know, it's not easy. YouTube's not an easy platform to get big, to build your channel up on. I don't necessarily want to be big, but it would be nice to get to, you know, 1,000 subscribers eventually. So I don't know why, just so I could say I did it, I guess. It does look cold out here. It's probably not as cold as it looks, but it's a little bit piercing, you know, like gets through your coat because it's got so much moisture in it. A lot of moisture in it. Yeah, this fog is just like thick. Thick fog. This here black nightcrawler, rubber worm. Let's see here. Black rubber worm. My favorite rig for Carolina style for largemouth bass. Caught a lot of nice largemouth bass on this setup. These guys need to go back in the box with the ice so they don't melt anything. So I'll toss that out in a minute and see if I can't catch a largemouth. The trick to fishing a black rubber worm on a cold day for largemouth bass is to fish it slow, right? Get it on the bottom and bounce it slowly. So that's, you're gonna fish it weedless, right? So here we go. I'll move this over here. I got a little room to fish on this side of the boat. All right, so we got it out there. You're gonna let it hit the bottom. And let it hit the bottom. And you're gonna bump it, right? You guys see that? Let me stand on this side so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so you're gonna bump it. And then wait like 10 seconds. Right? In between bumps. And it's rigged weedless, so it's not going to build up stuff on it, right? Yeah, and you just keep bouncing it like that. Give it a bump about every 10 seconds. And wait for that bass to strike. When the bass hits it, it generally hits it like a ton of bricks. It will just yank on it, right? I've caught 5-pound bass doing this multiple times. Biggest bass I've ever caught was not on a nightcrawler or not on a rubber worm. The biggest bass I ever got was on a suspending Rapala minnow. Suspending Rapala minnow. Okay, so what's a suspending Rapala minnow? Rapala, I got it, right? Suspending minnow is a minnow that drops down about 4 feet and stays at about 4 feet, right? maybe 6 feet. And then what happens is you just twitch it and reel it in, twitch it, reel it in, twitch it. And the fish think that it's injured minnow. And I'm going to read a comment here. Hey, Texas. The bite's slow today. To be honest. But I'm still trying. Oh, jeez. All mixed up here. Still trying, even with a slow bite. So yeah, that's my take on rubber worm fishing. And you know, when the weather warms up, here, I'm gonna tilt this. About there. There we go. When the weather warms up, you can fish the worm faster, right? A rubber worm faster. When the water is cold, water temperatures are down. You have to slow down for those big bass. Largemouth bass, they get lethargic. So, something to keep in mind if you're fishing for largemouth bass, which I'm not really fishing for largemouth bass on the bait lines, but this is a largemouth bass bait, right? And you know, striper too, for a lesser extent. But you can take this to any lake and catch yourself a nice largemouth bass. Sliding bullet weight, black rubber worm, weedless hook. And you've got a good chance. Got a good chance. Got to move something. Check this one out. Yeah. That time the bait is gone. That's not a bad sign. Put a fresh bait on there. All right, guys, piece of cut anchovy. Here we go. Go over the top. Perfect. Got me out there nice. All right. Thanks for the thumbs up, guys. If the fish were up late, they should be waking up about now, because I've been fishing for an hour and a half, waiting for the fish to wake up, and we are still here. I still think we got a good chance. Oh, boy. Hear them crows? Or ravens, whatever the hell they are, making a bunch of noise. Good fellas. I'm going to try another nightcrawler cast. All right. Rubber worm cast. Stand over here. You can see what I'm doing. Get a little twitch. I think I had a nibble that time. Not a big bite, but a little bite. Just a little tug. There's definitely a good amount of largemouth bass in this water. I was thinking I should try some shrimp. That's a bait I haven't tried out here, is shrimp. And I feel like the coastal influence here will lend itself to shrimp being a good bait. Usually you can tell if a fish was biting it. Doesn't really look like it. Maybe I was just snagging up on something. Gotta get one sooner or later, right? Yeah. No, I hooked something. Hooked a ball of weeds. You got sunshine? Ooh. Whoa. Check out this weed ball floating down the delta. Look at the size of that mass. Looks like a little island. That is actually a clump of weeds floating down the delta. It's the size of a boat. You never know what you're going to see out here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to get my coffee and sit down. Try the rubber worm again in a while. Yeah, that's a big pile of weeds. They're not lily pads. I don't really know what they are. You know, they're like they look kind of like lily pads, but they're not. But that's a big clump of them floating down the river right there. It's not even floating down, it's being pulled in with the incoming tide. Whew, the chill out here is getting to me. The chill is getting to me. I might have to go in the cabin and warm up, guys. Set you on the pedestal. Because it's this fog is just like a piercing cold. It goes right through your clothes. The moisture, you know? Kind of like how steam moves heat very well. Fog moves cold very well. Interesting fact, right? Yeah. Fishing's tough fishing. This is what we call hard fishing. So me and my brother call hard fishing. Hard fishing is when it's tough, right? It's tough not because fishing's hard. It's tough because you're not easily catching any fish. You got to really grind it out to get a fish, you know? But if you love fishing, if you love catching fish, you'll grind it out, you know? You'll wait until you get one or two of them. So that's what I'm trying to do. We're doing some hard fishing. Come on, give me some support and drop me a thumbs up, guys. I'd appreciate it. Because we are doing the hard fishing today. Here's a seagull. Here's some crows. I'm on the California Delta. California, United States of America Delta. I'm out by Lodi. We're fishing for striped bass, catfish, hopefully a crappie maybe. That would be nice. But more realistically, sunfish or striped bass. Nice. Was there sunshine out there or was it foggy? Sunny all day. Wow, that sounds beautiful. I'd like to be out there. Well, I do a lot of fishing streams, whether it's fishing on the Delta or mountain lake fishing for trout. So that's something you're interested in, you know? Dana Point, beautiful. Yeah, you can do what, a lingcod fishing or something like that. Well, anyhow, yeah, I do a lot of fishing streams. Whatever bites, I hear you, man. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. If you're into watching fishing streams, consider subscribing because I do a lot of streams. You know, whether they're for trout or catfish or striped bass or halibut on the San Francisco Bay. Yep, still got the worm out there. Yeah, halibut's not really biting yet in the bay, but what do we got? About 2 months to go before the halibut start to come back in. And I intend to be down there. It's going to be where it's at, right? That's where the action's going to be. Really, the action will be all up and down the California coastline when the halibut bites again, but I like fishing the San Francisco Bay. Yeah, there you go. Catalina Island. Southern California's got a more lucrative bite, like it continues throughout most of the year. And yeah, Catalina is an absolutely beautiful place to fish. I grew up in Ventura County, where the Channel Islands Sport Fishing Center, you could hop on a boat like any day of the week and roll out there. I used to like to go sand bass fishing. In the afternoons, they would do an afternoon sand bass fishing trip for like 4 hours. It was like used to be like $40. I'd hop on that trip and go out there. I was like 17. My dad would pay for it, and I'd go catch sand bass out of the Channel Island Sport Fishing Center, and I absolutely loved it. That was like the beginning of my love for fishing as a young man. I had already gotten into it as a kid, fishing on the rocks and crab fishing and largemouth bass fishing up north in the lakes. But Channel Islands, halibut fishing, sand bass fishing, calico bass fishing, even shark, always, drew me to the ocean. You don't realize how good you have it until you move away from the ocean. The fishing in Southern California, the Channel Islands area, because it really is epic. It is like maybe some of the best fishing, anywhere. Yeah, there's a large number of species you can fish for in that area. And the California halibut get bigger in Southern California than they do in Northern California. Like the San Francisco Bay halibut fishery is nice and they're very plentiful, but they don't get as big as you can get them out by Catalina Island. Like the world record California halibut was speared, I want to say, by Kevin Costner, probably like 20, 25 years ago down there. I don't know exactly how big it was, but I remember Kevin Costner was the guy that actually dove down there and speared the largest California halibut ever. Of course, he probably had the money and a guide to get out there and go and get the biggest one ever. Resources. And the desire to go do it. You can't take that away from him, right? Like you could have the resources and never go even try. So you can't take that away from him. He's a real fisherman. Coming up on 2 hours here in about 14 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap the stream up then. Go inside and warm up because I'm getting damn cold out here. It's not warming up. I thought it would warm up by now for sure. And it's just not. Stayed foggy and cold. Anybody else enjoy fishing for striped bass on the stream right now? Or how about this? Tell me what your favorite fish to fish for is. What's your favorite fish to fish for? Everybody drop their favorite fish. What's your favorite fish to fish for? I could say mine is halibut, for sure. I enjoy fishing for striped bass, but halibut takes the top spot for me. Anybody? All right. Well, I guess nobody wants to share what their favorite fish to fish for is. That's okay. No pressure here. Whew. Cold is piercing. I mean, it's like, oof. Hey, thank you for the thumbs up, guy. I appreciate that, man. Whoever dropped that. Got the crows coming by. We got 9 thumbs up. That's not bad for a stream, you know? I mean, it'd be nice to have 900 thumbs up, but beggars can't be choosers, right? Michael Newman, thank you for joining the stream. Glad you're here, man. So I had posed a question just a little while ago. What's your favorite fish to fish for? Like I said, mine is halibut. I'm enjoying fishing for striped bass today, but let's hear what your favorite fish to fish for is. Bass, catfish, rainbow trout, salmon. Somebody out there's got to have something that they like to fish for. Rainbows. Yeah, rainbows are good. They're definitely a hard fighting fish. And they come in so many different scenarios, right? Like river fishing, steelhead, lake fishing, creek fishing, fly fishing, bait fishing. I mean, you catch them so many different ways. And there are a beautiful fish on top of being a very good tasting fish. Feeding the fish. Oh, yeah, I understand, bud. Get that upset stomach going, huh? I know what you mean. I've been there myself. I worked on a commercial fishing boat out of Hawaii for a little while, and for the first brown trout is a hard fish to catch in California, but they are a wonderful fish to catch when you get one. It's very rewarding. I was seasick for the first 6 days straight. I remember the guys on the boat, the other guys who were working on the boat, thought they were going to have to take me back to port because I was going to be too sick. As soon as we started fishing, I got over being seasick and just got to work, was able to take my mind off of it. But yeah, that was something else. Yeah, man, I do love fishing. All those memories. All the memories. All the different fish. All the different places. Lake Tahoe. Pyramid Lake. Oregon, Coos Bay. Crab fishing. Rockfish fishing. Salmon jumping in the river. See Humboldt Bay, halibut on the beach, you know, beautiful rock crab, Dungeness crab, right from the public pier, you know. Um, Moving right on down the coast, go down to San Francisco, halibut, you know, rock crab. Let's see. Oh, you can't forget Trinidad. Yeah, trout and bass and catfish. Yeah, I love fishing for trout, bass, and catfish. I've fished. I do a live stream for trout fishing, or at least a trout fishing video like weekly. It seems like, because that's where I live by. I come down here on the weekends when I can, because I like to mix it up. But yeah, I love fishing for the bass, the trout, the catfish. More so during the summertime, because the lakes are just so much more inviting. Right now in Northern California, the lakes are pretty dang cold. The fishing gets slow during the winter. Yeah. Yeah, and then down to Southern California, where they got just an array of fish to fish for. Calico bass. Calico bass. I gotta say, I haven't caught enough of those to satisfy my desire for them. But I have caught some nice calico bass. Sand bass, I caught a bunch of those. Then you go out to sea, and you got the blue marlin, the striped marlin. I've caught a few of those myself. The ahi tuna, the big eye tuna. Oh no, all that fish from Hawaii. That's all wonderful stuff. All wonderful stuff. I think I need to go in and make myself some breakfast. I'm going to do that here when the hour's up in another 5 minutes. Yeah, creek fishing is something people don't realize how productive it can be. Like, you think you got to be in a big river, but you don't really have to. There can be a 24-inch trout in a 3-foot wide creek. Warm up the bait. Creek fishing is something that can be really surprising to people. You'd be surprised at how productive creek fishing can actually be. When you get in there and you're walking up and down a creek, you can get into a spot where there could be 10, 15 rainbow trout hidden in the bank, like an undercut bank. A good buddy of mine, the father of my nephews, Sean McFarland, showed me how to creek fish. I haven't seen the man in a number of years, but he was the guy that really showed me the potential in creek fishing. Ooh. Still so foggy out. Just want to say thank you to the people that have joined. Say thank you to all the people that have dropped some thumbs up while I've been fishing this morning. And I just wanted to let everybody know I really appreciate y'all being out here with me. It's been a fun morning fishing. It's another day fishing the Delta with me. I just hope you all have a great day. On a motel in Coulterville. Cool, man. That's an awesome story. Like Don Pedro, yeah. A bunch of free fishing gear. It was so cool every year. That's amazing. Yeah, that is awesome. Something that I like to go to every year. Oh, wow, it's going to be happening like very soon. And Sacramento is the Fisherman's Expo. And you can get free gear and stuff there too. Not probably as much as there used to be, but that's a fun thing to go to. And it moves around California, so you don't have to go to the one in Sacramento, but that's something that I used to go to every year. I think I'll try and go this year and take my son with me. I think that would be a fun thing to do. But coming up on that 2-hour mark, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up here. Like I said, thank you to everybody that joined me today. I really appreciate y'all being out here with me. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I like to do these streams on a routine basis. And have a great day. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Thank you. Have a great day. Talk to you all soon on the next event. That's it, guys. Thanks.